Oh, there you are, ghoulies. Welcome to a Grandmaster's introduction to Destruction at Night, or what was it? Kenosha Tonight with Dr. Destruction. Because we're not going to be able to show movies no more because something's going on back there in the control room. I don't know if the Wolfman, he might have puked up a hairball in the system back there. I don't know. Somebody threw a monkey wrench in somewhere here on the last days of Crimson Theater. The final chapter.
Shame.
It is a shame, but you know, the wrecking ball is coming for the Crimson Theater, believe it or not. Right. And you know, I suppose it's a small matter with all the various trouble we have in town with the gang members, you know.
Yeah, it's a tough time.
I mean, I talked to a gang member and asked him what he thought about the Roosevelt Theater.
What do you think?
He said, I always liked asbestos. But, hey, they're removing the asbestos as we speak, which means the wrecking ball is even closer. And with the destruction, no pun intended, of the Roosevelt Theater comes the end, of course, of the Crimson Theater.
Oh,
no! The wrecking ball hasn't come yet, though, so we'll squeeze out a few episodes here, I think, before the end comes.
We'll squeeze some cheese.
Ah, that was well put.
Thank you.
A little optimism here on Crimson Theater, but by the way, you know, I commend the police chief on a serious note and the mayor for stepping up against the crime in the neighborhoods.
Yes.
And, you know, our favorite AM radio talk show host blowing smoke about the subject, too.
Yes.
And, well, I got to agree with you, AM guy, pretty much, except your sister, well, it's not even a sister station. It's still the same station. I think, you know, to help this cause right now, your sister station needs to quit promoting marijuana use at 4:20 every day with the, what is it, the Puff and Stuff Pass or something? No, you know, come on. Let's get real here, dude. You need to wake up and step up as well.
Yes. Everybody
Final
step
days
up.
of Crimson Theater.
I need a
farewell.
drink.
What's that?
I need a drink. It's the final day.
Oh,
So
well, see, there
you
you
need the
go.
blast.
You can't drink in here. There's an ordinance.
oh, sorry.
You cannot, what do you got in there anyway?
It's, you know, just a little potion concoction of mine.
Okay. Can you name some of the other chemical components of that concoction?
It's all patent pending. I don't want to give it away to any of my...
Very good. Very good here on Crimson Theater. There is hope for, you know, Access Television and horror hosting then. Perhaps you'll get your own show.
No.
You could be like one of those radio guys. He slowly gets all his cohorts fired until he gets a raise.
No, I'm Crimson Theater, True Blue.
True
All the
Blue
way to
on
the
Crimson
end.
Theater.
Yes. I don't want my own show.
No, we're waiting for some artistic guests to show up.
Ah, wait.
You know, we're supposed to have a few guests here now that we're running live.
Yes,
A
live.
live talk show.
Live.
What's a talk show without
After
talking?
this, you can catch us at the Boathouse.
Okay, we're going to be going over there.
Drinking Long Island
Jing.
iced teas.
The Boathouse, pub and eatery.
Yes.
Yes, the fish people come alive at night at the Boathouse.
Oh, the fish people.
Well, they are fish people.
I dated a
It
fish
al-
person.
It always smells like fish down there.
Well, it's something.
Maybe it's the fishing boats.
Could be.
You know, I've always wanted to, you know, to remember Kenosha.
Yes.
I always wanted to ride on one of those fishing boats, not the half-sunken ones that we had from the 70s down there, you know, but the
Slowly
real,
sinking.
the good one. I want to go out on a fishing boat.
Oh.
I mean,
well,
they're just sort of old tanks, very
Thanks for the memory.
German expressionist sort of in their overall shape and design, wouldn't you say?
Sure. Hey, I do want my own show. I just thought of it.
There you go. You got to take some classes.
Dr. Wolfgang von Skrubel's Bikini Beach Party, where all the girls come in their bikinis.
There you go. That'll be a hit.
Yes.
You won't even have to have a script.
No, I'll
Oh,
just
that's
play
right. We
some
don't have
music
one
and
either.
the girls will all dance in their bikinis. I
Wow.
think it's a good time.
See, the future's looking bright,
Yes.
except for us in the theater business.
No, that's
I
not.
did get a strange call at 2 in the morning, said that I should do this and that, and a few
some
foul
weird-
words, and said that they hated me and they hated the Roosevelt Theater. They were worried about bus transportation and jobs.
There's a thin line between hate and love, so maybe.
You might be right there. That might be that someone walking that line in the doctor's respect, but I assure you, I will not be troubling you much longer. The time has come.
Oh, no.
All good things must come to an end, I guess. Just like the Roosevelt. It's going down. It's going down.
Oh, terrible time.
Almost 7
What
years,
am I
I
going
think
to
we
do
made
with
it
all
to
my
Crimson Theater.
stuff in the dungeon? I got to move it again?
Well, they'll probably just tear it down and bulldoze it out.
Oh, no.
Ever since you had those all ages bands down there, that was it. I think that was the cherry on the cake, you know.
There's dollars worth of stuff down there.
I mean,
$3
you know what? You know, this
worth
is
of stuff.
being Labor Day week. You know, this is the first year there's not going to be a punk picnic.
What happened?
Well, then nobody will let them have it anywhere. I guess, you know, there was trouble, like there is with any organized music event.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple, but you know, there's no place for any original music here in Kenosha. It's all cover band stuff, and you know, basically people that took the easy way out to make it. You know, if they can make $75 on the weekend, you know, who cares if their artistic standards were compromised by that Tom Petty song that they played?
Oh, here we go again with the Tom
Maybe
Petty.
I should have learned some John Mellencamp songs, and I would have been good, you know?
Oh, my God.
I thought authority always won.
This is
Blah,
true.
blah. What?
This is true.
I know it's true. That's what sells, huh? It's what smells, sells.
What smells sells.
I don't care. We tell we do tell the truth here on Crimson Theater.
We tell it something. Something. I
Yes.
don't know. Hey, did
As
you
laughter back there is getting to me.
did you see this in the paper?
What is this? The Kenosha News?
Yes, this is from the other day. This is from the 22nd, so 2
Okay.
weeks ago. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but you
Yeah,
see
you can. It says Labor of Love.
Labor of Love, and it's an article by the woman who trims her bush into the shape of a teapot.
Really? Maybe she
Yes.
can come and do some work for the bush behind you here in Crimson
Yes.
Theater. Yeah.
Do you ever trim your bush into the shape of something?
I don't know, but I know come January our bush is going to be trimmed.
Oh,
Thank God.
there you go.
We have lived through the worst president, I think, in the history of the United States.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No,
Maybe
I
that
don't know.
Hoover guy with the prohibition, he might have been.
Hoover, I remember, Fillmore. That's when I was a little kid.
Uh-huh.
But, no, yeah, this has been dreadful. I don't know what even to say about it. I thought we were going to keep it lighthearted today.
Are we
we're
lighthearted
already
here?
We're already
You know,
in
every
politics.
time I think
Oh!
every time I think I've done some episode of Crimson Theater that's too hardcore for the audiences, you know, and I feel like I said something perhaps I shouldn't have, which of course rarely happens on Crimson Theater. doesn't it?
very rare.
But anyway, you know, then I turn on, the average cartoon on the TV that the kids
Yeah.
are watching and realize I'm pretty tame.
Yeah,
I'm pretty reserved after all.
yeah.
Well, maybe they'll miss me, maybe they won't, huh?
Reserved and well preserved.
Ah, yeah. Guess I don't need to have any more of that embalming fluid. I have drank enough.
Well, here, have some.
No,
Have a
no,
sip.
I'm done.
Oh.
It's been 7 months already. No embalming fluid.
Wow.
I know, that's scarier than an episode of Crimson Theater, trust me.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
That
yeah.
could be scary.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Yeah. I know Ralph was out partying last night. he
Really?
said, yes.
Where did he go, to McDonald's for a cheeseburger?
Oh, Ralph's a party dude.
Yeah, he's well, sort of.
I heard he was out at the cemetery digging up a date.
No, Ralph. Hey, Ralph is like the chick magnet beyond belief. He keeps it be closed secret. But Vampiro. You'd be surprised about Vampiro. I think there's a new movie coming out about Vampiro and the college co-eds. Not
Oh,
quite. Not
now
quite.
I want to see that.
It's not quite in those terms though.
You
I
know-
had to soften it up for the
You
G
know,
rating.
Dr. Screwball loves the college co-eds. They can send me their bikini pictures at the email address. Come on. Show me the email address. There we go. Send your
There you go.
bikini pictures to this address. Dr. Von Screwball, myspace.com/Dr. Screwball. Bikinis. I want to see them.
See, he's all ready to take over, aren't you?
No, that's my show, Dr. Screwball's Bikini Beach Party
There you go. You just have to take the cable access show class.
class. Man, I've taken so many classes in my life. You know, I'm a mad scientist. I know everything. So why do I have to take more classes?
Do you know the way to San Jose?
I do know the way to San Jose.
All right. Anyway, Ghoulies, we're going to reminisce here a little bit in the final days of Crimson Theater. We're going to show, I dug this one up.
Oh.
It's Halloween Wrap-Up, Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater from 2002 in my much skinnier long hair days.
Oh. This should be interesting.
Yeah, back in 2002, I think Lampini may be seen, as well as some other big surprises here in the Crimson universe. But anyway, we will begin that now. Shown as it originally was shown in probably, let's see, that would have been probably November 1st, 2002, Dr. Destruction's big Halloween wrap-up. And we'll be back with some special guests, I think, in just a few minutes. We're just getting a little bit late here. Yeah. Anyway, get right into it. It's Dr. Destruction's Halloween wrap-up on Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater. On Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater.
Yeah.
I think that was well put, don't you? Get to the movie. Well, it's not. Here we are at the Jerry Smith Pumpkin Farm, and you're checking out Dr. Destruction's big-time Halloween wrap-up, Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater, of course. I think we're just going to show some clips of things going on around town and just skip the nasty movie this week. What do you think, Lampini?
I think very good idea.
You got Lampini hanging out here.
Of course.
And, you know, I'll tell you what, Thanksgiving's coming, you can tell. Anyway, Ghoulies, we're going to get right on into an interview with somebody out here at the Pumpkin Farm. I see lots of people having a good time out here. We're going to try to get you all on TV because you're scarier than most of our movies, you know? So we'll be shopping around looking for some people to interview. Anyway, Ghoulies, we don't got a movie this week. We're just going to interview you. So hang out, check it out. Jerry Smith's Pumpkin Farm on Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater, where your jack-o'-lantern never smiled wider. All right, Ghoulies, tonight's feature on Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater, the silent classic Nosferatu, which is actually pretty much the Dracula story. I guess Bram Stoker's widow actually wanted every copy of this movie destroyed because they didn't have the rights to do the story or something like that. And this is like the American version, so they still refer to Nosferatu as Dracula sometimes in this movie. And for all you drunks out there, you can watch this in subtitles so you can be at the bar and watch it and know what the hell's going on. But anyway, it's a great movie, and they sort of did a little tribute or homage to this movie with the movie Shadow of the Vampire, starring William Dafoe and John Malkovich, and it was pretty cool. The premise of the movie, of course, is that the character that was playing the vampire was actually a real vampire in Shadow of the Vampire, by the way. It was probably one of the coolest modern well, I guess it was a horror film because the vampire was really a vampire. One of the coolest movies made recently, and you know how Hollywood fails, like with that miserable sequel to Interview with the Vampire. What was that called? Queen of the Damned or something? Oh, God, was that awful. Anyway, they did a pretty good job with Shadow of the Vampire, I got to admit. And, you know, William Dafoe and John Malkovich, two very, very creepy actors anyway. They should like keep making horror movies because these guys are great. And I think William Dafoe should have got the Academy Award for playing the vampire in Shadow of the Vampire. You know, what was his name, Dick? The real actor. Come on, help me out here. He's speechless. Can you believe? Max Schreck. And don't get him confused with that other creep that was in Batman. He called himself Max Schreck too, didn't he? Anyway, Ghoulies, it's a pretty cool movie, a silent feature. Hey, Persephone, you better lay off the diet, man. I think you're done, all right? Anyway, Ghoulies, where is everybody? I got my butler ran off, my sidekick's gone. We got Fritz over here, but as you can see, he ain't too talkative today. I don't know what I'm going to do on Crimson Theater. Everybody's split. Professor Spring has run off and not come back. So, you know, pretty much the doctor's got to handle all this stuff by himself. Thank God for my new crew members and everything. Otherwise, I'd be totally lost over here. You guys rock. You notice we got a couple cameras working. You know, things are shaping up here in Crimson Theater. I think they're really shaping up. It's Lampini's birthday. Hey, Lampini, where are you, dude? I tried calling you. You know, no Lampini, no Persephone, no Graves, and no Professor Spring. But, you know, Dick Nightlinger's hanging out, so things are all right. Oh, hi, Amber. You're hanging out, too. I'm pretty lucky I got the new crew. By the way, Shirley, I know you think that I should sit up in my chair, but, you know, I don't listen to those Tuesday afternoon weirdos that watch my show too closely. Anyway, what do we got, 5 minutes here or something like that? Nosferatu on Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater. Aren't we lucky? You're lucky, too. This is quite the classic, a great movie. It's actually, like we said before, a takeoff on, you know, Bram Stoker's Dracula, which actually it follows Bram Stoker's Dracula pretty closely, doesn't it? I think it's pretty close. It's pretty cool. Max Schreck, he's an awesome vampire. The closest we could come to that in Kenosha is maybe Leif. You watching Leif? I was going to star Leif in a remake of, you know, Nosferatu. He was all up on and into that, you know. So maybe we'll catch up with Leif and make a remake of Nosferatu here in Kenosha. Anyway, Ghoulies, I guess we're going to have to get into it here. That's right, Nosferatu on Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater. Hey, silence is golden. Now you get to the movie, Ghoulies. All right, Ghoulies, guess what? Lampini showed up. It's his birthday. You know, what are you, like 420 today? Yes. Or something like that. Well, how you feeling?
I feel pretty
You're looking pretty good.
Thank you, my friend. How are you doing?
All right.
You found Graves' cane.
Oh, Graves, I found his cane. Where are you, Mr. Graves?
Mr. Graves.
Graves is
Graves,
what are you? I got no
sidekicks
today.
Run up. Yes, you do. You got us.
Oh, I got Lampini and Fritz. Fritz is looking a little pale over here. Anyway,
don't
we got the top 10 silent horror films, okay? Number 10, Vampire, which doesn't really classify 100% as a silent feature because there's a little bit of talking, but you know, they didn't quite have it down. Now, it's amazing how the film industry managed to launch its career without even having the art of filmmaking down yet. I mean, they didn't have sound, they didn't know what they're doing, but they still did it, didn't they? You know, they still did it, just like, you know, kind of like Crimson Theater. They just went ahead and did it anyway. Anyway, number 9, The Unknown, with Lon Chaney Sr. and a very strange-looking Joan Crawford. But did Joan Crawford ever not look strange? I mean, she's one scary broad. Have you seen Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? I guess that's as close as a horror movie she came. Well, no, I'm wrong about that, because there was Trog.
What?
If you remember.
You're wrong?
Remember Trog? Yes, I'm wrong.
Trog.
I admit it.
It takes
Trog, Joan Crawford in Trog. Oh, my God. Now, that was truly a horrifying movie. Oh, number 8. Edison's Frankenstein. It's pretty strange, you know. I mean,
early.
Yeah, you know, he had a real frizz problem. I think he needed to find a good source for an international hairstyle somewhere, but he just needed to get his ends clipped or something straightened out. But it didn't work out that way, did it? Number 7, The Cat and the Canary. What's up with that? Anybody got an idea? I never heard of it.
I thought.
Thumbs up from Dick Nightlinger. So if he gives me a thumbs up, you better watch it.
Yeah,
that means good things, right?
Very good things.
What'd you do last night anyway? You're looking a little green around the edges.
No, I'm fine.
You're fine? All right.
Nosferatu slept over last night.
Nosferatu. So you're telling me Nosferatu married you? Because I know you got married a couple weeks ago.
Yes, as a matter of fact, he's in the studio.
Oh, my God.
Bring him on.
How drunk did you have to get the bride?
Oh, she don't drink. She drink a little wine.
Oh, under her
I
own
put
free
some
will.
of the
then.
blood.
Oh my
yes. A
God!
little bit of blood, a little bit of.
I know a lot of you
bit of
girls out there are heartbroken because Lampini went and got married. But hey, you know what? There it is.
There they say.
And you know what? Just when you
Destruction got divorced.
Oh, beautiful! Destruction's partying on that one. I'll tell you.
Oh,
what.
I looked for Destruction.
You know what?
He acts like he don't know where I was last night. We were sitting in the beer garden at a very fine establishment in Kenosha, a German restaurant, and he was drinking a little bit of the good sauce with.
Oh, I had a little bit of Scheisterbräu over at Gerhard's until they kind of got an attitude, you know.
Well, they got good food, but
you know, I spent a lot of money there. I don't think they should be getting an attitude like that. I don't appreciate it. Anyway, number 5, the Golem or Der Golem, which we actually had on the show, which my dinner guest stood me up again. Hey, Robina, I don't appreciate it, all right? Number 4, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, also Lon Chaney Sr.
Have 1,000 faces.
Awesome movie. When he's getting whipped on the block up there, man, he really portrays the pain. And I don't think there's anybody better than Lon Chaney Sr.
And who comes and gives him the water? Who befriends? The only one that befriends the hunchback. The one.
Of course, the gypsy girl.
Gypsy girl.
You know what? But you know what? In the end, she ran off with that other dude anyway. So she teased the poor hunchback for a while, and then went out with the good-looking guy.
Yeah. Just
so
like
you know what?
Just like
typical,
you. They tease you and they run off with the other guy.
They tease you and then they run off with the good-looking guy, right? I know how it is, because you know. Yeah, I know how it goes. You know, every time Dr. Destruction thinks something's going to go on, guess what? You know, they find some lively guy.
They just give him the kiss of death. Let's just be friends.
Let's be friends.
That's the kiss of death.
I just want to be friends with the doctor.
Anyway. Scared of the doctor.
All right. Well, you know what? I can take it. Number 3, Nosferatu, tonight's movie. How about that? It's pretty cool. And you know what? We're lucky. You're lucky. We've got it on the air. And you know what I mean? Oh, poor Fritz, you know. There you go. Anyway, number 2, The Phantom of the Opera, Lon Chaney Sr. again. Rules.
Yeah.
We are so lucky for Lon Chaney Sr. What a legacy. I'll tell you what, it just doesn't get any better.
I feel bad for his son, even though the Wolfman was a great
No, Lon, don't be dissing Lon Jr. I'm sick of people dissing Lon Jr. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Even the man who's pure at heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the moon is full and bright. All right, number 1, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, which was also on Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater, because I guess we do something right once in a while. You know, that's just because all the silent movies are in the public domain. All right, number 11, because we're tapping into our spinal side here, because, you know, we go to 11 with our top 10. Now, don't even start with that. Please, nobody light a match in the castle for the next 15 minutes. Number 11, London After Midnight, which... there isn't a print in existence. Lon Chaney Sr., you know, you might remember the character because it used to be the logo for Creature Features for a while. And I've been informed by a little birdie that, you know, Turner Classic Movies is actually compiling some photos from the movie to try to make some sort of attempt at a presentation of showing the picture or something like that. Probably around Halloween on Turner Classic Movies, because October's coming, and you know what? There's a lot of cool stuff going on. I'll tell you what.
The Feast of Samhain.
And I got to tell you about something else here. I mean, the Times Theater in Milwaukee, we're not supposed to do advertisements, but I don't really think this is an advertisement. I'm trying to enlighten my ghoulies. You know what they're going to do? On October 4th through the 10th, they're showing Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein on the big screen at the Times Theater in Milwaukee.
We must go there.
Dr. Destruction is there. I think I want to go every night. I can't even handle it, man. That's too cool.
A big box.
Plus, Return of the Vampire starring Bela Lugosi. Awesome feature.
Wait, was the Tor Johnson in that one?
No, Tor Johnson's not in it, but they got a talking werewolf, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, talking werewolf.
Too. The werewolf.
Okay, now the 11th through the 16th, they're showing the 13th Ghosts and the Tingler. You know, and I remember the Tingler, yeah, with Vincent Price, you know, and John Waters, he used to love going to see the Tingler because, you know, he'd sit down and they'd have one of them things that buzz his ass, and, you know, he probably really got into that. But, you know, John Waters, check out Pink Flamingos at Ghoulies if you get a chance, and you're over 21.
Too, by the way.
Oh, my God, huh? Anyway, October 17th, they're going to show Nosferatu, which it's re-edited and redone by the people Bill and Eric. And Eric and Dave Butler have, like, you know, fixed this movie up, and they're going to show their fixed-up version at the Oriental on October 17th.
We're going to go see
so you can see Nosferatu, tonight's movie, on the big screen. Now, our version is sort of the Americanized version, so some of the subtitles aren't exactly correct. They still refer to Nosferatu as Dracula, which is pretty much a version of Dracula.
He's
which
the vampire.
Bram Stoker's wife, or widow, she was trying to get all copies of this movie destroyed in Germany, you know, because they didn't have the rights to make Dracula. That's why they changed the name to the Nosferatu.
Yeah.
She's trying to get the print destroyed, but this one survived, thank God. And, you know, well, you know, it's a matter of money
to
there.
Dr. Destruction. We smuggled it out of
I guess the gypsies smuggled it out of the country. But what else is going on here? Oh, I did notice, too, that I think for the Friday Night Freak Show, they're going to show Beetlejuice. And Elvira's Haunted Hills is coming out. Elvira's doing her very last, Cassandra Peterson, doing her very last bit as Elvira. She's done after this, I guess.
Well, she had the
well, you know what?
long and colorful
Well, you know what? She's getting a little bit. How old do you think she is now?
She's looking.
All right. Just like Cassandra Peterson and her Haunted Hills, the Doctor is doing his final work now, too, in my big farewell to Crimson Theater days. But on a brighter note, Chet from the Artworks Gallery has come to talk on Crimson Theater and speak on behalf of your art gallery, which is having a big show. Want to tell us about it?
Well, we're having a big Halloween monster show, and it's yikes. It's going to be a fantastic thing. It's going to be an invitational, and people are going to bring in monster and frightening, scary types of things. And we're having a costume party closing, and the Doctor will be there. Dancers will be there. It'll be fantastic.
The Doctor may not be there.
Well, possibly. There's rumors that there's a possibility, but
you know how
we'll have
rumors
to wait and
are
see.
in Kenosha.
I do. They're rampant. So
let's just say the Gypsy Museum of the Macabre will be there. Let's go on the
that's
safe
what I hear.
bet. Okay.
So I'm hoping.
That's not a rumor.
We're hoping. We're hoping and praying that happens. But yeah, it's going to be a good time.
And so how does someone get in touch with you to participate in this event or other events that you might have at the gallery?
Well, the website's the best way. It's www.artworks-kenosha.com, and all the information and the prospectuses are there. You can stop in the gallery, and we're open every single day. And we have always, tons of things going on, classes, the gallery shows every 6 weeks. And the next one is the monster show for Halloween, so we're really excited about it.
Yes, that sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, a guy like me would, I'll probably have to if I bring some paintings over, I'll have to bring them early while I'm still around.
That's a good plan.
That way you've got them, right?
It's harder to
well,
deliver
you've got a few things anyway, don't you?
I do. There's it's getting creepier and creepier as we get closer to Halloween, so it's getting very gothy up in Artworks right about now.
All right. Now I know some of the galleries have come and gone in the meantime. I think you have a different dynamic going where you're at and be able to, weather the storm. But how do you feel about the art community in Kenosha?
Well, the art community in Kenosha, it's very deep. It's growing. People are getting excited about things that are going on in Kenosha. It's beginning to be a really exciting time for artists and writers and musicians in Kenosha, and we're just happy to be a little part of it. We try to cater to everybody, so we have monster shows and water shows and plein air painting shows and different things to appeal to everybody. It's a great thing to be able to offer this and to be able to support it with the art supplies and the classes and the framing, so we don't have to worry about selling art. Then we don't have to worry about the commercial aspect of it.
Well, art is a good static in the times of a lot of conflicting thoughts in the community right now and downfalls in other areas. That the art side should rise up and be stronger here in this city, and I think it's really taken a great step in that direction. Yes, there's always a few. See, they're removing the asbestos up there, and every once in a while, some of that stuff falls down. I guess really for asbestos, someone told me you just have to get it wet, and it's fine to pick up.
They're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah. Well, yes, when they get the asbestos done, the wrecking ball will be coming for the Crimson Theater, you see.
Okay.
They'll be tearing this place down. And that will be the end of Crimson Theater and the Roosevelt Theater in Kenosha.
That's horrifying.
But there's an Artworks gallery downtown,
there is.
There's optimism on the trail.
There is.
They won't be tearing that building down anytime
Not
soon.
anytime soon.
Yeah.
I'd say something, but I'm not even on the damn camera.
Yeah, what's up with that? You know, Wolfgang didn't sit here to be an audience member.
Yeah,
You know, you guys got to hook up. You even got a mic on you there?
I
All
got
right.
the mic on.
Wolfgang wants to know. See, he's interested in submitting some parts. You'd be surprised. Wolfgang, by the way, this is Chet.
Nice to
Wolfgang
meet
von
you.
Screwball.
They can't see us
You
on
know,
the camera.
maliciously trying to undermine the doctor to get, you know, he wants to take over and make his own horror show.
I don't
here
want
on
my own horror
Channel
show.
14. But
I
doesn't everyone?
I want Bikini Beach Party.
Oh, no movie, just bikinis.
It's just going to be girls.
All right, there you go.
we
You
are.
guys, see, look at that.
Hey,
You
it's
guys
just
kind
going
of
to be girls dancing in bikinis. I told you this.
Yes, and that's it.
That's it.
And they can go to the email address below to contact you
Yeah,
about
show
this.
the email again, because I want girls to show me their bikini
Any girls
pictures.
dancing in bikinis at the Artworks Gallery this week?
There will be dancing girls, but no bikinis.
No bikinis.
No bikinis.
Oh,
Nope.
well, we like dancing girls of all kinds. So
Yeah, very, very good. And so this big Halloween show hoopla, that sounds like it's going to be a great idea. I think connecting a Halloween party with artwork is a fantastic thing.
Right. It's a thing that a lot of people do, and there's a whole genre of really macabre work out there that's really fantastic, and we're just happy to be able to show some of it.
And you know, I mean, anything happening, any buzz happening with sort of a you know, a network of artists here in Kenosha that could go after some grant money?
As a matter of fact, there is. I would go to exposekenosha.com and check out what's going on. There is grant money available
really,
on the 16th, and we'll all be in line for a little piece of that.
Little piece of
Little
the
piece
action.
of that,
It's time
right?
to open up a gallery downtown. huh?
now we're
Absolutely.
talking money.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Well, it's good to have that art community going on with the music and all, and a lot of good things happening in that direction. Of course, I do think that the musical side of the acts we need to step up to the plate. You know, I mean, we should have, you know, no Mustang Sally bands, none of that. You know, no tribute bands. I mean, you know, they can go to the Wiener stop out there for that stuff. We gotta raise the artistic plateau musically as well as artistically.
Back onto your Halloween show, so it's going to be mostly monster type and macabre and Halloweenish artwork. Is that what's going to be shown?
Right, and Monster is something that's really open to the
Sure,
artists.
sure,
And so,
I mean-
you know, some people are threatening to,
Yeah.
pictures of their mothers and, you know, those kinds of things. But, you know, Monster is open.
Well, you
to
know, my
interpretation.
mother was a werewolf.
Really?
Oh, yes. You know, that's where the Wolfgang name comes from, you know, from my mother's side of the family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What about, you've never...
Are you the product of a Wolfgang? Is that what you're saying?
I'm the product of a screwball and a werewolf. You know this. We've talked about this.
I don't know. My memory is fading with all these issues, and I have to be plagued with it all.
Well, you're 470 years old now, so, you know, the memory starts to go.
So how does artwork fit in the neighborhood of pool cues and bongs?